What is up, my friends, and welcome to the UFL Week in Review, one of the longest-running UFL podcasts in human history. I'm your host, Mark Perry, and in today's episode, we're diving into Week 4 TV ratings, checking out the latest power and quarterback rankings, and previewing Week 5 odds and spreads coming up this weekend. Plus, don't miss our notes section for some quick hits, including a USFL card unboxing, Scooby Wright's retirement, and exciting news about Bryce Perkins. Stick around, hit subscribe, and let's get started.
USFL is in business.
The XFL is underway.
There's no doubt spring just got stronger.
All right, we have UFL TV ratings for Week 4 in. These games are on Fox, ABC, and FS1. Mike Mitchell has the numbers. St. Louis, Memphis had 854,000 viewers. Birmingham, DC, San Antonio, Michigan, 951,000. That was on Fox. The first game was on ABC. These were kind of meshed together, and then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about the numbers. Are they exact numbers based on the market? They just kind of merged them together. But then we had the whole DC Birmingham game being moved to FS1 because of rain delays and all this other stuff. But that's the numbers they came out with. Arlington, Houston on FS1, 243,000 viewers there. FS1, that's why with the USFL, and at least for the first couple seasons, it's how critical it is to be on ABC and Fox on the big networks to get those people to see it so that they will come check out the product hopefully later on. Those are your numbers. We also have some attendance numbers this past week too, as well. Let's go down here. So the Battlehawks game, 31,757. The Brahmas Panthers game was 11,251. Birmingham Stallions, DC Defenders. Again, weather was a factor. 7,576, not a good number. Hopefully they bounce back and then it wasn't kind of a weather thing. And then Houston Roughnecks, Renegades at, again, 7,179. So if you took out the Battlehawks with their 31,757, I mean, that market is rocking and rolling. DC is doing well too. I mean, Brahmas anywhere around the 12,000, I'm kind of happy with. But again, like, people have been burned. There's just, I think now we're just in the phase where we need time. Have a full off season to get people interested and checking out the product, and hopefully that will kind of spur things around. But right now, I mean, the ratings are good. Clearly, they're a lot different than they were in 2023 and, in 2022 with the USFL and XFL because they're on major networks all the time. I think if you get 2 full years of this, I think things will go in the right direction. But now, I mean, overall, I think everybody is generally happy. And some people complain, they're like, well, why do people care about the attendance and why do they care about the ratings? Because it's kind of an indicator. Well, first of all, the bigwigs care too. And if they care, you should care. And second, it's kind of gives you an idea of the health of the league and where things potentially would going. You want to see healthy attendance numbers. You want to see healthy ratings. I mean, if the St. Louis Battlehawks game on ABC drew 125,000, it's pretty much, it's not looking good that there'll be a season 2 of the UFL. So we want to see strong numbers. Again, these networks are kind of owners of the league now, which makes things a little different. And I think they should be pleased, and hopefully we get some announcements in the coming weeks about a season 2. And I think that would really kind of let the folks relax. And, even if they even mentioned adding a couple more markets, I think that would get the fan base jazzed. But so far, so good. Now we're getting into the middle. That was Week 4. So now we're into Week 5, getting into the halfway point of the UFL season. Let us know what you think about the ratings and the attendance numbers in the comments. UFL power rankings for Week 4. Interesting. Of course, number 1, Birmingham Stallions by far, 4-0, beat Arlington, Michigan, Memphis, and DC. DC had a chance. They've been previously number 1. Number 2, don't have a problem with here, St. Louis Battlehawks. They lost to Michigan with that last-second field goal, but they defeated Arlington, San Antonio, and the Memphis Showboats. They were previously 2. They are still stay at number 2. Number 3, San Antonio Brahmas at 3-1, defeated DC. Memphis lost to St. Louis, and they defeated Michigan. We will see how the Brahmas pan out now that they lost their starting quarterback. Quentin Dormady came in. Dormady came in and played well. Not lights out, throwing three or four touchdowns. Michigan has a good defense. I'm really curious to see how he does in week 5. Would really kind of solidify what I think San Antonio has got what it takes. DC Defenders at 2-2, lost to San Antonio. They defeated Houston and Arlington, and they lost to Birmingham. St. Louis is coming to town this week. That is going to be a big game for the DC Defenders. If they're going to be in the playoff hunt, they need to kind of win this game. Remember, there's only 10 games in the season. This is a critical one for the DC Defenders, but I mean, going 2-3, we'll see what happens. Michigan Panthers also 2-2. They're kind of a Jekyll and Hyde team. I mean, they lost to Birmingham, they defeated Houston, they lost to San Antonio, and they beat St. Louis. I think Michigan Panthers are a good team. They're in at number 5. I think that's a good spot for them. We will see how with EJ Perry, sounding like he could be out for a long period of time, that it's not just a short injury. That could impact their season as well. Houston Roughnecks, they won a game. They're 1-3. They were previously ranked 8th. Now they're ranked 6th. They're 1-3. They jump up to number 3 in the rankings. Am I completely sold on the Houston Roughnecks? I mean, they're playing better. Reed Sinnett is playing better. Mark Thompson returns. I think that is huge. There's really no running games in the UFL, so we'll see how that goes. Number 7, Arlington Renegades. They're 0-4. They previously were 6. They just can't get it together. They played teams close. It was just, except for the Houston game, I really thought they were going to come out guns a-blazing. We'll see what Arlington, they're at number 4. He's got the Memphis Showboats, 1-3 at number 8. Previously 7. They dropped down to number 8. That is the power rankings. They lost to St. Louis, Birmingham, San Antonio. They played 3 great teams. We'll see if Memphis Showboats, I don't think they should be at number 8. I think that are they better than Arlington Renegades? I don't know. There's a lot of interesting things. Let us know what you think about the power rankings for week 4, brought to you by Jonathan Klink. Let us know what you think about the UFL power rankings for week 4 of the UFL season. Sue has got our quarterback rankings for the week. Number 1, A.J. McCarron, 3-1. Big decisive victory, 35 of 45 for 222 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's got Ja'Cour Pearson now. I think A.J. is a guy that you've got to start. Basically, he's probably an easy start for every game. Even going up against DC Defenders in week 5, I probably would still keep him up there. Matt Corral, I thought Adrian Martinez was the guy. Now it's Matt Corral. He played well, finished the game 19 of 29, 240 yards and a touchdown. I think Adrian Martinez probably should be the starter. I mean, they did win with a last-second field goal, but he seems to keep shuffling his quarterbacks. We'll see how that goes. Reed Sinnett at number 3. When 0-3 Arlington Renegades and 0-3 Houston Roughnecks met at Rice Stadium, one thing was certain. One of these two teams was going to notch their victory, and they did win. Reed got the win. Filling in for Jarrett Guarantano. He had a solid game, 18 of 28 for 191 yards and a touchdown. Not 3 touchdowns kind of thing, but played well. Quentin Dormady made his debut. For the Brahmas. They won 19-9. Michigan over the Michigan Panthers. Michigan has a good defense. I'd like to see him maybe play one of the lower tier teams, 23 of 37, 290, 69 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Number 5, Jordan Ta'amu, one of the top guys, kind of been in and out. They've been trying to figure out their offense and who is their quarterbacks. 12 of 22 for 161 yards, 2 touchdowns, a QB rating of 146, but it wasn't enough to overcome the Stallions. They missed that running game that they had, and they missed their wide receivers, and that's kind of been impacting Jordan Ta'amu this season. EJ Perry, he is number 6, though he was playing great. One of the guys, he seems like he got hurt. 18 of 27, 140 yards, but left the game with a leg injury. I think he was getting beat up. I think he could be out for some time. EJ Perry at number 6. A guy that I was super high on, Case Cookus at number 7, 8 of 12 for 55 yards, finished the night with 1 touchdown before he was forced out of the game in the third quarter. Unknown what his status is going to be next weekend, but Case Cookus was a guy that I was super high on in the Memphis Showboat offense, and they're just not cooking right now, but maybe they'll get things together. We'll kind of see what happens. Been getting sacked a lot, and that has a lot to do with him. Luis Perez At number 8, they're 0-4. He's leading the league with 881 passing yards for 63.2% rating. He had one of the worst games of the season, 15 of 28, 144 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Perez was without an interception and 77 completed pass throughout the season. But then, of course, he got intercepted a couple minutes later. So there you have it, the quarterback rankings for the UFL for week 4. It will be interesting to see what these guys look like in week 5. Who's going to be starting? Are there's guys going to get benched? Are there's going to be mixed up on the offenses? We'll have to kind of find out. Let us know what you think in the comments. All right, we have our week 5 UFL picks coming in at you right here. Now, we got 2 games on Saturday at 7 p.m. The San Antonio Brahmas, Arlington Renegades. My pick, point spread Brahmas -1.5. I'm taking the Brahmas. I'm taking the over, which is 42.5, and I'm taking the Brahmas to win. I think the Renegades are going to be out of luck. I mean, could they beat the Brahmas? Yes. Quentin Dormandy, we'll see how he does, but it's another week commanding the offense, but I think he'll be fine. So those are my picks there. Birmingham Stallions, Houston Roughnecks also going on at that time, and that game is on most of the country. Only a fraction of the country will getting the Brahmas Renegades game because they're on at the same time on Fox. Birmingham Stallions, Houston Roughnecks. Stallions 7.5 favorite. I'm taking that. 42.5. I'm taking the over, and then Stallions to win on that game. Stallions. But hey, we had DC Defenders lose to the Orlando Guardians last year, so that was kind of a shocker. Could this be a shocker? I don't know. We will see. I would love if it was a game of it, but I've got the Stallions just running roughshod over the Houston Roughnecks. But we'll see how that goes. St. Louis Battlehawks hopefully won't be the law against America's team, your DC Defenders, on Sunday, April 28th at 12 p.m. We will be there. My wife and I will be there. We're super excited to do that. We have a long night ahead of us because we've got not only that game, about my wife's cancer diagnosis. So we're going to be at the game. Then we're going to go to a hotel. Then we're going to see Mercy Me in concert just 30 minutes away. So it's going to be a long day for us, but hopefully we will be happy because our DC Defenders will win. Battlehawks are 3.5 favorite. 47 is the over under. I am taking DC Defenders. I can't go wrong with my team. And this is a homer pick, but I got this DC Defenders. I've got the over and I've got the Defenders as well. Hopefully it'll be a close game. I'm worried. There's no question about it. I think the Battlehawks are one of the best teams. DC has been kind of floundering on offense. Hope maybe they get it together this game. We'll just have to wait and find out, but we will be there. Hopefully DC Defenders win, because not only do we want the team to win just because we're fans, every time the DC Defenders win, I give blood. And my next option to do that is in June, I think. You can't give blood. You can check out uflnewshub.com/blood about our blood drive. It's got the full story there. So DC Defenders home win. I was like, I can't be at the game rooting for my picks to win. So going with DC Defenders on that. And finally, your 3 p.m. game, Michigan Panthers, Memphis Showboats. Panthers +2. I am going with the Showboats. I think the over is 48.5, 40.5. I'm going with over on that one. I'm also going with the Showboats. I think the Showboats can beat the Panthers. EJ Perry is out. I think Memphis is a lot better team than what they've played so far this year, and I'm hoping that they turn things around. In the Finn's parlay, Finn is my dog, and this is his parlay. We just call it the Finn's parlay. He's got the Stallions with the spread, Panthers, Showboats over, and then the Brahmas. $1 pays $6.42. And of course, I'm going to go with the over parlay. A $1 bet gets you $13, and I'm going there just for fun with that one. I don't know about, I think the games that I'm concerned about with the over is really just the DC Defenders 47. That one I'm concerned about. The other ones I'm not as concerned about. My DFS lineup for this week, I have got Quentin Dormandy as my quarterback. I didn't want to spend again, I'm being a homer pick this week. I would have taken AJ McCarron, but I don't want to root for him during my team's game. And Matt Corral, the whole thing with Birmingham's offense, and Adrian Martinez. Case Cookus has been kind of a disappointment. So I went with Quentin Dormady on the best offense and most high scoring offense in the league in San Antonio. Mark Thompson's supposed to get a lot of more carries this week. The running back is very thin in the UFL, so I'm going with him. Ja'Cour Pearson, I think he is back and ready to go, even though he's going against America's team, your DC Defenders. I'm going with him. I'm hoping Tyler Vaughns is back in the saddle this week. He had 4 targets and 1 catch last week, but 13, 7, and 7 prior to that. Hopefully they get him involved with the offense. And if this is a game against San Antonio, putting a lot of points, hopefully they use him. And I'm going homer pick. I'm going with Kelvin Harmon. Got some reps the last game. He's getting 6 targets a game. And he had a big game last week. So I'm hoping that maybe he is the guy for Jordan Ta'amu going forward. But he's been consistent on the DC Defenders offense, so I went with him. And then I've gone with Marcus Sims a bunch of times. They're going to have a new quarterback. Will they go with him? But again, he's got the targets. He's involved in the offense. So, and you can see he's had a touchdown the last 3 games. And then, of course, the Birmingham Stallions defense to round it up. Jim, on the other hand, let's see who he's got. He's got Quentin Dormady, also a Colburn as his running back, John Trey Kirkland. I thought about him too, and he's got Ja'Cour Pearson. I do. John Lovett, the running back from San Antonio, and Smith, also from San Antonio. So he's going heavy with the San Antonio and the Birmingham Stallions on defense as well, and that's what I'm doing as well. We will see. I would have picked a lot more Stallion, or I would have picked a lot more players on the St. Louis Battlehawks, but I can't go against my team. What are your picks? Let us know in the comments.
In football, every play counts towards the win, just like every click counts towards growing your business. At CM3 Solutions, we're the game changers you need. With our cutting-edge SEO strategies, we'll put your business in the top league, ensuring you're seen by the fans that matter most, your customers. And when it comes to web design, we craft winning plays with stunning websites that not only look great but perform. From the first click, your audience is engaged with user-friendly designs that score big on customer satisfaction. Need a custom app? We've got the playbook to bring your vision to life, enhancing your digital presence and driving your business forward. So, whether it's SEO, web design, or application development, team up with CM3 Solutions. Let's score those business goals together. CM3 Solutions, where your business wins. Visit us today at cm3solutions.com.
All right, we are back. Did Scooby Wright retire or not? So he did post something on X, Twitter, with his shoes in a goalpost, basically like hanging up the cleats. And I thought it was like an official word that he was retiring, but then he took it down. So it might just be that he was just done for the season, but he was placed on injured reserve, along with EJ Perry. Could he come back this season? Is he not retiring? We're just going to have to find out. But he had a great season when he played in the USFL. And then last year was kind of an injury replay year for him, but he's definitely a character. I had a chance to meet him in person. Also, I think he would be a great person to kind of, there's going to be people like AJ McCarron. I think Scooby Wright are guys, would love to have him in the booth or doing games, that kind of stuff. We need these spring football guys to kind of, these personalities to kind of help promote the league. And I think Scooby Wright would be a perfect one for that. Also, speaking of EJ Perry, Bryce Perkins is now in, a former LA Ram and Virginia quarterback. He is now coming into the started his career at Arizona State, redshirted, missed the majority due to a broken neck training. Derailed his career Division I through JUCO, played 10 games at Arizona Western Junior College, then played for Virginia in 2018 and 2019. He left the program as only after 2 seasons, all-time leader in offensive yards. It was later surpassed by Brennan Armstrong. Let's see. And then was undrafted free agent by the Rams, on the practice squad, so et cetera. So he is going to be on the bench with EJ Perry out. And finally, Reality of Wrestling and the UFL Houston Roughnecks are tag teaming to host an event this weekend. So Booker T, it will be there. The two-time WWE Hall of Famer will be at the signing autographs. They're going to have a wrestling show. Rice Stadium, of course, known as the Rig, on Saturday, April 27th at 4:30 p.m. Central Time for Fan Fest tailgate before the show. ROW's founder, Booker T, will host a meet and greet with attendees. ROW is his wrestling promotion, Reality of Wrestling, that's in Houston. So he'll be there. He's excited to be there, and it'll be free for those who are in attendance. So you get to check out a wrestling thing. And this is the thing and why it's important to have, we didn't get boots on the ground. Remember, this whole thing started in January 1st. So, they don't have a full year to make all these plans and do these things. It's kind of getting all thrown in together. We'll have another season next season. I've already heard talk that is already definitely a thing. So you don't have to worry about that. But, we need to realize that they can't really do a lot of promotions or these other things because it was all kind of, everything has been at the last minute. Hopefully now, with a full off season, we won't have any of these issues. So I'm super excited about those things. And this is a good thing to do. This is a way to get fans out there. And hopefully we get more of these things as the season progresses. All right, my friends, before we wrap the show up, when we talk about promotions and everything, I got this in the mail today. We've been talking about the UFL, or Upper Deck has UFL cards. I've been getting them every week. First they had 4, then I think they had 3. This last week they only had 1. If I keep looking over my shoulder live on ESPN2, my daughter is part of acro tumbling at a university, and it's the national championships, and they are on ESPN Plus. So I'm seeing what's going on there, and just trying to be a good dad and do this at the same time. Anyways, so it's not looking good for us as I'm looking now. But so then all of a sudden I got an alert about how they have a 2023 box set for USFL cards. So I was like, all right, let's open this up. All right, live on the show. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got a nice little box here. And I know people are like, oh, well, don't open it because it could be worth something if you blah, blah, blah. Like, shut up. I don't care. All right, so it comes in this little cool package, and I got all these cards right here. Cool. All right, let's check them out. Let's see what cards we got. We did this with the 2020. I still have somewhere around here. Where is it? Oh, so these are the cards that I got last year, so you could buy them. I got these last year, these Upper Deck cards. And then, I actually have XFL 2020 cards. I was super excited. This was from Topps. Looks like my daughter's school lost there, as I just saw the score. Okay, so we're going to do the unboxing now. This is a lot of cards. All right, so I got, let's see. So you can see a lot of cards. Bo Scarborough, Reggie Corbin. They're nice and thick. That's pretty good. Reggie Corbin, Johnny Dixon, Cole Kelly. A lot of these guys aren't even in the league. Oh, wait, there's more. Case Cookus. All right, that's one of my guys. I like Case Cookus. Cole Kelly, Trey Walker, Mark Thompson. There you go. That's a player. Jamar Smith, who hasn't played at all this year. You think about how long he's been on the team. Darius Victor. Got to like thick thighs, saves lives. Oh, Channing Stribling, a guy that was a really great player that's gotten cut recently. Rashard Davis, former XFL first overall pick that he didn't even make a roster this year. Cole Hikutini, Trey Williams. I think he's bounced around a little bit. Marlon Williams, Birmingham Stallions. Anthony Ratcliffe Williams. You could see here. Bailey Gaither, Alex Collins, who passed away. He's got a card. CJ Maribel. All right, he's still around. The Birmingham Stallions, Kenji Bahar, he's still around. Houston Gamblers. Mondre London, a guy that I was super excited about. He's not on a roster. Jordan Sewell for wide receiver. McLeod Bethel Thompson, McLeod Bethel Thompson did not come back to the league, went back to the USFL. DeAndre Johnson played well down the stretch last year in the USFL. Carson Strong, is in there. A season retrospective. We got a card about Cavante Turpin season, but he didn't play in 2023 for them. We also got a Case Cookus season retrospective card. That's cool. Joe Walker season retrospective card. Darius Victor season retrospective card. Birmingham Stallions winning the championship. That's cool. Oh, I got two of the same guy. Anybody want to trade? Right? Cole, or is this a gold? Is this why? A Cole, oh, these are gold ones. So it's got like the gold. So a lot of them have the silver on the bottom. You see silver, but this one is a gold one of Cole here, tight end. Trey Williams got a gold one of him. Marlon Williams got a gold one of him. And then this one, there's kind of like these rarer ones. Bailey Gaither, wide receiver. I guess this is a set of one of 499, the little blue thing on the bottom, and then one with CJ Marabell. Well, this is one of 99. So there you have it. All those cards right there for you. So it was only like $20 or something. So yeah, here are all the cards, and we'll put them right on our desk. They're cool. I mean, they the glossy finish and all this stuff. But yeah, here are all the cards that you can get. Hopefully we get a UFL set. That would be very nice this year. But again, we've only gotten the little ones, like we did last year with these. So yeah. So, I mean, if you're a alt football fan and if you're a spring football fan, get yourself some USFL cards. I loved seeing the XFL cards. I think I saw that in stores, actually. So there you have it with the cards. Charles checking in. He said he had a unique opportunity to spend a few moments with Russ Brandon and Doug Whaley while awaiting Uber rides. He said, what a refreshing conversation with these two down-to-earth UFL executives. Thank you for our brief conversations with these outgoing, approachable gentlemen. Omar and I wish you safe travels, continued outstanding league representing, and future success with the UFL and your personal endeavors. Viva Brahmas. So all the best from two Navy retirees, Charles. So I guess he got an opportunity to, Charles and Omar got a chance to meet Russ Brandon and Doug Whaley. I've never missed Doug Whaley, met Russ Brandon. Nice guy, great guy. Had a great conversation talking about UFL football. I've, met a lot of the dignitaries within the UFL, not Danny and The Rock, though she's not really been part of things, and Dwayne Johnson hasn't really been part of things like they were last year. There was, remember that Danny Garcia show on ESPN. I guess they produced it and then kind of put it out there, and then that was it. So anyway, so enjoy the games this week. Week 5. We are halfway through the season. Do you believe that? Working on updates to our phone app. Hopefully we can get that launched. Make sure you can still play pay-per-view pick'em on UFL News Hub Fantasy as well. And we're just trugging along this season, just trying to figure it out. I'm hearing some stuff. Might have some interesting tidbits for you next week at the halfway point of the season. But everything so far is so good. You will see me and my wife out at the DC Defenders game. I know we got Kakaw's Law. Oh, also the last thing, we will be going. My wife and I are headed to St. Louis for the championship game. We will be there. So hopefully we can appear on a couple of shows while we're out there. And we're just looking forward to getting away and having a good time. But the hotel is booked, and so is the flights. And we are ready to go out to St. Louis. I do have to put in for vacation for one of those days. Just realized that now because we won't get back till Monday. So that's it for me, folks. As always, God bless. Enjoy the games. Remember, we have the first recap show on Monday where we go over our picks. And then on Thursday, we have our show. So that's it for me, folks. As always, God bless. And I will see you all. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, will you? And I will see you all later.